They say it can't be done.
You've got one pace, broadly.
Yeah.
You're either running or you're not running.
Negative split, a half marathon.
Are you having a laugh?
They tell me I only have one type of pacing.
Goes out and runs everything at the same pace.
No clue what he was doing.
Erratic. That's what they call it.
Erratic. It was so erratic.
Well, I'm about to prove them wrong. Hackney Half Marathon, negative splits. That's the goal.
Here we go. Hackney Half.
Here to party.
The Oxford Half Marathon was my first half marathon since major knee surgery. In Malaga, my goal was to set a personal best. The challenge in Hackney is to run negative splits, which essentially means to run the second half of the race faster than the first half.
So Rick, first K, what are we on?
5:35.
Okay, so a bit quicker,
A bit too quick.
but that start line was pretty hectic, wasn't it? Now it's all about finding that pace we want to aim for, locking in and then maintaining that.
Trying not to go too quick. Keep it at 5:45. The energy's taking you. You know, I wasn't expecting this type of energy at the start. And it does naturally just pushes you on to go too hard. And I've got to remember that whatever I run in the first half, I have to run it harder and faster in the second. So I've just got to dial it back.
I didn't want to go into each race to try and kiss my PB. And what I mean by that is going into each race with the aim of beating your previous time by a small or tiny margin. I wanted to try something completely different. To me, that's what keeps running new and exciting.
We're just past the 5 kilometre mark. We were aiming to go around 28:45. We're about 45 seconds too fast, but that's okay. Isn't it, Rick?
Yeah. Back on pace.
Back on pace, mate. So don't what you're going to do, not get excited.
Try not to
go
get
too
excited.
fast.
Try not to run fast when you get excited.
Yeah.
Every time I see you, I get excited. You excite me.
How are you feeling, Rick?
Not too bad, mate. Just trying to keep it to pace and slow down a little bit and stop getting excited. 5:39, Jess. I'm ticking over.
Is that good? Is that what you want to do?
It's a bit too fast still.
Is it?
For the first 10.
You're just too good, aren't you?
Don't know about that, mate.
Okay, go well. You're doing
Thanks, mate.
great. Let it in.
Yeah! That's my mate. He's a teacher in South London.
So that's the vibes of the Hackney Half.
This is my first time running in London in my home city in 8 years, post-injury, and it's absolutely off the chart. You'd think it was the marathon.
This to me is what running is all about. The atmosphere, running in your home city.
Okay, mate, we're in the last kilometre now of the first 10k block. So remember, this is the first half of the race, nearly done, okay?
Yeah.
And that means that the second half needs to be quicker.
Yeah.
So, this kilometre, I'd conserve some energy. You know, conserve some energy because then we're going to go a bit faster in the second half of the race.
Yeah.
And how are you feeling about that?
Settling in, but just need to get rid of this stitch.
Okay.
I think it's important that every time we go out to run, we don't feel like we need to do a personal best. Because sometimes you just need to try new things and it really mixes it up. And trying to run negative splits for me, I think will help me run a PB in the future. But this time, it was all about discipline.
Okay, we're now just into our second half of the race. What pace are you thinking?
So, gonna step it up now. Go to 5:30 per kilometre. Step it up, step it up, step it up. Let's go.
By this point, I was ready to step up, but it is actually quite amazing the difference 15 seconds per kilometre can make. I was going from 5:45 a kilometre to 5:30 a kilometre.
Big hill. This is a hilly course, hills all over this course. Well, it's in the northern part of London.
I was maintaining a negative split at this point. In fact, I was probably just dipping under the 5 minutes 25 point per kilometre. But I felt comfortable, but I knew I was going to have to step it up again after 16k.
He's just gone too, he's getting too excited and just runs away.
This is where we stepped up the pace again, running just under 5 minutes 10 per kilometre. One other thing about this race, the sun stayed behind the clouds. We were expecting it to be about 20 degrees by late morning, but the sun stayed in, and actually, that made a lot of the second half of the race a lot easier.
I just told Rick we've got just nearly 4k to go. And I told him to ignore the pace because he looks good and he feels good. So he's just going to go for it. 4 more k. He's smashing it.
My speed workouts and interval sessions in training for this half were really kicking in at this point. Just knowing that I could accelerate when I needed to. But at the same time, my legs didn't have much left in them.
I'm going to speak on behalf of Rick now because he's in the pain cave. But this is what running's all about for me. Someone taking on something new, a fresh challenge. And that's what running's so good is you can find different ways of challenging yourself. And he's absolutely smashed it, and so many people out here are. And we have an amazing community of runners in the Running Channel Club. Loads of people we've seen out on course. And now the atmosphere's going good. So yeah, join the Running Channel Club if you'd like to immerse yourself around other like-minded people who are chasing different kind of goals. And now I've got to go because Rick's into the last sort of 2k and he's going to send it. So I'll probably have to run after him. You're doing really well, Rick. Good job, mate. Come on, mate.
I realised I'd forgotten to actually take my last gel, and I didn't take it until the last 200 metres of the race. I was pushing all out at this point and thinking there's no way I could run all that distance again, and I was literally just hanging on.
Come on, Rick. Big push, mate. 100 metres left. Come on, Rick. Empty the tank, Rick. Empty it, Rick.
How are we feeling, Hackney?
Well done, mate. Proud of you.
Oh my God, mess.
At that end, honestly, you just absolutely went for it. That was amazing.
I've never done a run like that.
Have you
I've
ever?
never, ever done a run like that. I haven't run in London for 8 years competitively. No, I love the city.
Yeah.
Just absolutely love it. It was so emotional, like mile 8. Weird. It was the first time I'd run
Is this a date for me?
in London since the London Marathon. And it was just so emotional, like, because just after I ran the marathon, I ran it just after my dad died, and I ran it back on the streets of London after all the surgeries. You know, I always say it, but I never thought that I'd get back to this.
Mate, that's amazing. Like, well done, mate. I'm absolutely so proud. And you
forgot to take the third gel.
You did. You took it with
a second.
I think you took it 200 metres from the finish line.
Yeah.
Which doesn't really help, but no, amazing.
Get a high now. Owen, you have yours first. You have to carry the GoPro.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ah, God, I'm in agony. Oh, I'll tell you what, mate. That was full on. The second half of that, like the last mile, basically, we were kind of sprinting. And the thing is, I wasn't even going for a PB. I was just kind of running to feel. Yeah, well, I think the first half, retrospectively, probably could have pushed it to about 5:30. But I just felt like I had something in my legs. And then, to be honest with you, I've never been in a race like Hackney Half. Generally think that's one of the best half marathons in the world. I don't think there's anything better. Like every time we went past anywhere where it was popping off, like I was just accelerating far too fast. I was like ridiculous. Like, anytime the music got going, I was like, oh, that's a tune. That's a tune.
The music, the energy. He's now running at 4:55 per kilometre. I can't hold this man back.
We would either see someone in the crowd, hear a good song, or just get some noise, and you would just be off, and I'd be chasing you with a GoPro like a madman.
That pure energy and just absolute clear passion, and people just going wild on the side. I was just buzzing at times. I actually genuinely believe, mate, and you were so good at pacing me and sticking with me. That is one of my favourite races I've ever ran, and it was not a PB.
Yeah,
like I preferred that race to running a PB.
Really?
No joke. You run a PB and you're like, well, great, I push myself every time. That was a different sort of challenge. It was about discipline. And actually, you kind of changed my mind a little bit about running with someone.
I think that
bloody Owen. Owen changed my mind about running with someone. But mate, we did it. Thank you, brother, for running negative splits with me.
Pleasure.
Oh, by the way, if you like this video, go and check out this one when Sarah, Tom, Jess and Mo, I remembered them all, tried to run a 5K negative split challenge.